Hey, people.
I
We're here.
jumped just as high too.
We are here. We're happy to be here. And I actually I heard that gamer. I know you'd rather be mowing lawns, but you can do that tomorrow.
Well, actually, I couldn't. Fucking thing kept dying on me. I don't know if I got a messed up carburetor or clogged fuel filter or something. So I gotta mess with that tonight. Try to.
Well, if you need any pointers on it, because I know you don't know cars, I'm happy to help.
Oh yeah, sure, no problem. I'll be sure to text you at 1:30 this morning when I got the carburetor off, asking you if this is the right adjustment for it.
I'll tell you, it's no problem.
And then I'll ask you.
The answer the answer is always going to be no. It's going to be the wrong one.
I'll send you some YouTube video.
But what I was going to say is, so I was thinking, right? And I was like, Sturdy, there's something you've been saying you wanted to do for a while. You haven't done it. I was like, you know what, Sturdy, you're absolutely right. So I did it tonight, people. I did it tonight. And here it is. What's good, Sturdy Slashers? Welcome to another episode of Horror with Sir Sturdy. Actually, it's episode 592. Yes, 592. And tonight, oh shit, hold up. Is that motherfucker still behind me? Fuck. Of course he is. Anyway, he's a part of this movie. He's so excited we're reviewing it finally. But I still want you guys to be honest. Be honest in the comments. Trevor, Mick, Fade Theory, Gamer, don't be scared. Be honest. Sturdy's going to be honest as well. But tonight, we are reviewing The Mortuary Assistant right over on Shudder. You can watch it right on Shudder. And if you didn't watch the movie yet, this is a spoiler show, so be careful. Based on the video game, which I haven't played, which we will discuss. But again, Mortuary Assistant, welcome to the madness. I want to get back to doing intros again, man. Like, I just missed.
Very nice.
Golf clap, Miss 30. That was a good one.
I missed it, and I was telling my wife, I was like, I don't think I've done an intro for like 2 years now.
Yeah,
that had to change. It's so much fun. Like, it was like, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys too. The reason why we're starting late is because I was working on this like before you guys came in at 7:30. I did the intro, like recorded it at like, I think I started recording around 7:30 because I worked till 7:30. I'll let you guys in at 7:45. So I got it done within 15 minutes of the recording, the editing, and everything. And it was my first time in a while, like recording something and getting it done in one take. I just had something I wanted to say in my head and then freestyled the most of it. But I was like, let me just get the basics down and then just go. So yeah, intros are coming back to Horror with Star Sturdy, and when Sturd-O-Vision comes back over there as well.
It's also good that you put in it. This is a spoiler show, and
yeah. I figured I might as well throw it in the beginning, and I want to try to bring it back on Popcorn and Pints too, because I think that'd be fun over there as well. But yeah, The Mortuary Assistant. Now, as you guys heard me say in the intro, I did not play this game. I was wrong.
I didn't either. I didn't know there was a game.
I was wrong, and I know what you guys are thinking. Sturdy, wrong? Him? Really? My wife is just like, oh my goodness, oh Dios mío. I know, and it surprised me too, but no, it was a completely different game.
So what game? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know. Me too. I was like, what?
It's the game that I was talking about was called it's Dark Pictures something, and it's an anthology. That part I had right about it, the game that I was playing being an anthology, but everything else 100% wrong. 100% wrong. So yeah.
How's it going, Jamie?
Hey Jamie, how's it going? Thanks for stopping in. But yeah, just don't tell my brother that I was wrong. Don't tell Henry that I was wrong, because he kept saying we never played the game before. And the only way he's gonna find out that I was wrong is if he actually watches this episode. So that's on him. But what's good though? How's everybody doing? Another Thursday, another Horror with Sir Sturdy night, another fun night. Not another. Now listen, we've been on a rough patch these past couple of weeks with the movies. We haven't been watching the best ones. This will be a month. This will be the 4th week in a row. We haven't been watching the best ones. This wasn't horrible. This one was okay at best. I'll say that. And I say it wasn't horrible because the way I do my ratings, like I wouldn't give this a negative rating. It did make me want to play the game though. Like I feel like this movie had a lot of cool video game concepts and elements that you kind of pointed out. Just if you're someone that games, even like a casual gamer or a gamer like gamer, you see that. For example, really quick, which we'll get into it more once after our ratings and all that. But like when she's lighting, I forgot what the guy called, but she's lighting with that little piece of paper. It looks like a strip of newspaper.
Like a
And she's like
talisman paper or something.
Yeah. When she's like walking around the room and looking up at the thing, like certain games, they have very similar aspects and very similar concepts or puzzles that are like that. So in the movie, did it work? Oh, no, it did not work. In the game, did it work? Most likely. And I feel, again, I've never played this game before, but I feel that they, again, like the last video game movie we reviewed, which was Until Dawn, and I didn't play that either, but just from talking to Gamer. But you can go back to the Resident Evils and to most video game movies. For whatever reason, they ignore the game. They take the title, they may take a character or two with the names, and they may take something that looks like something in the movie, in the game and throw it in the movie. Other than that, they ignore the story. They ignore everything that gets fans into these games from day one. Again, we go to Resident Evil. I believe the first one came out in the night. PlayStation 1. What was that, 96, 97?
Yeah.
And people,
94, 95 it came out, but yeah.
People still play that game from the fucking 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just interject for a second? Iron Lung that came out this year is based on a video game.
Oh, really?
Is similar. Yeah. And you should check it out. It's good. Independent, completely.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it.
Yeah.
The context
but it's not like this. I did like we talked about, and I know we're going to get more into it, but like that does incorporate many things from the video games as well and adapts them well to a movie. So, and hopefully, and weirdly enough, I watched the Super Mario Galaxy movie yesterday, and it incorporates so much from the games and is barely a movie. So maybe we're starting to see an uptick trend.
Maybe. I mean, I feel, I didn't see that yet. I do want to see that one, and I'll think about that theaters, but I do really want to see that one though. But no, what I was going to say is, with that one though, Mick, I feel that one's really trying to draw, and it's obvious, yes, but just trying to draw families in, because you figure you could make it in there to where it's the type of movie where it's going to keep kids excited enough and quiet enough, in a sense, to be excited enough to watch the movie like all the way through. And then for us, for people our age group that grew up with Mario, the nostalgia of the Mario games, you have that. And then if you have kids, if you're going with your kids, you get to see your kids happy, enjoying it, and having a good time with the movie. Or if you're like me, I mean, the kids are grown, so I go with the wife and just have a good time, just watching the movies and the nostalgia factor of it. I remember going to see the first Mario, not the original, not that. I didn't see that in theaters, I don't think, and that was terrible.
I did, unfortunately.
You did because John Leguizamo was in it, though. That's the only reason why you guys went. I know you guys.
I actually saw it because of Bob Hopkins, because I loved them in fucking Who Framed Roger Rabbit back then.
It should have. I mean, those two should have worked together. It just was the worst movie to put them in together.
Yep, Mick should have did the script. But anyway, what I was gonna say is with the first Mario, it was an awesome time to go see that. The theater was packed. And it was cool seeing families in there and just like the excitement on all the kids in there and all that, and all the families in there having the fun with the Mario. Mortuary Assistant, I know it was like briefly in theaters. I doubt that did that. I can almost guarantee that didn't do that, because again, like I said, this movie was okay at best, which we will dive into our ratings right now, actually, and then we can really get into this movie. So, James,
I got you, Grandizer. I'll hit you in a minute when it's my turn.
your rating.
It was a disappointment to me, but it wasn't horrible. I'll give it a 5 for now.
We say what video game that you wish was made into a movie? That's a good question.
Why don't we answer that as we give our ratings?
Well, if you have it on top of your head, I can't. I gotta think. Oh,
Well, you fail. You're out.
Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
ooh.
Especially
okay.
now after we got this whole Mario and everything. Oh,
Hell
Disney knows what they're doing with animation.
Mick.
For me, this is a 4, and a video game I'd really like to see turned in is Metal Gear Solid.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay.
Trevor.
I give this a merciful 4, and I would say Squirrel with a Gun would be a great live action film.
Ooh,
Never heard of that one.
Me
I
either.
It's a
I gotta
split
think of a
screen
game.
thing. I haven't played it, but I've seen demos. It's literally a squirrel with a gun.
It's like Thanksgiving
It,
type
well,
movie.
it's like one of those that's like the simulator games, except
Yeah.
you do it with a gun and a
Okay.
squirrel.
Nice. How about you, gamer?
For the movie, I'm actually at a 5.5. I wasn't overwhelmed with excitement by the end of it, but I wasn't also underwhelmed either. It had its caveats with acting and such, but could have been better, could have been worse. But I will say, I feel like this did certain things better than Until Dawn did, and I feel like, and I don't even know if those elements were part of this game's game, because I've never played the game. You know what I mean? I'm wishing the elements that they had in this movie were in Until Dawn.
Mm.
All right.
Mick took the Metal Gear Solid, so I would have to say Tenchu.
Oh, there you go. I haven't played that in a while.
And since James took Kingdom Hearts, and we already got
obsessed with
Resident
that
Evil,
game,
so I'm
man.
happy.
I was obsessed.
I'm gonna give this a 3.5. And then for my game, I know there's plenty of these movies out, but made exactly how this game is made. Again, made it how this game is made. Resident Evil 7, Biohazard. That game, that's my favorite Resident Evil right now. Like out of all the ones I played, which I only played 5 through 7, like all the way through. I played 1 and 2 like in bits and pieces, but 5 through 7 I played all the way through. And 7's my favorite damn near by far. I feel like it brought the horror, like the real horror element back to it. And it's such a good time. So Resident Evil 7, I would love to see that, but actually following the game, not doing the bullshit you guys have been doing for the past X amount of years of Resident Evil, which we did review those. I believe last year. You guys should go check that out after this episode. But yeah, like I said, I gave this a 3.5. It's like right on the same level as of right now with me as the last game movie reviewed, which was Until Dawn. And again, like I said, I haven't played that game, but both movies had like really cool concepts and really cool aspects that would fit better. I feel like they didn't bring it over to the movie as well as they should have. Like, you knew this was from a game. You knew they pulled it from a game, and you knew it worked in the game, but in the movie, it's just like, you guys could have just tried a little harder than this. You guys could have did a little better than this. Just a little harder. Just actually try to put that in there. And I really wish that the people who take on these films when it comes to video games, I wish you would take it more serious, like how you would for if you were to do like a remake of a Hitchcock movie, or if you were to do like say a Carpenter movie, or the way that those people take their movie serious when it comes to that. And the reason I'm saying like remakes and all that, because when people like go with the big remakes, like for example, if you're gonna do say you're gonna remake a movie, I want it to be up on par with TCM, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003. That's what I want from these video game movies. Like, I don't just want let's
McConaughey one.
I love that. No, not the McConaughey one. Not the McConaughey one.
Okay.
It's the remake of the OG one.
Okay.
03. But like it's pretty sad, honestly. It's pretty sad that you're not giving gamers the same respect of. Again, they've been playing these games for years. They love these games, and now that you guys are making video game movies, and from day one of certain video games that they would love to see it on the big screen. And I feel like you just grab these movies as like a money grab and not to really take them serious. I guess they're getting better here and there, but overall, it's still a bunch of crock of shit.
And the craziest part is, bro, the craziest part is they all say the same thing too. Oh, we really did our thing here and really made sure that we gave the fans what they really want. We feel like we're going to hit the mark and make a lot of fans happy with this one.
Yeah.
And we go and watch them, and we're just like,
your mediums. Video games. I mean, one of my major issues with this film was the laziness of the script. And I felt it was lazy to the point that even though I'm not a game person, it made me a bit angry because there are two mediums. There's a video game and there's a movie, and both can have very complicated narratives, as we've learned. But a lot of video games, especially older ones, do not have a complicated narrative. So you have to fill in those blanks for anybody to really give a shit. And this movie didn't make me feel like I gave a shit. And I honestly say everybody should just go out and watch The Autopsy of Jane Doe.
Yeah.
Great atmosphere, and forget this film. Sorry.
All right, I'm gonna push back on you a little bit with Trevor with that advice. I definitely get it. First off, recommendation's great. That's a great movie. The only thing I will say is I will recommend like you did, but I'm not going to push people to say don't watch this movie to go watch that, because those are two insanely different movies. And the reason I say it, the only thing that's connected is the mortuary aspect of it, you know, and the the morticians. Now, I don't like comparing movies that are good to movies like this, because a lot of people come up with preconceived notions. It's like, oh, so it's a little bit better. No, Autopsy of Jane Doe is a movie.
It's a masterpiece.
It's a movie straight through, and it's a very well written, crafted. Well, I'm telling you,
Brian Coster than that. Too. Well, when I said that, I didn't mean to compare them as much as being like, okay, I am going to say something nice about this film. Is it attempted atmosphere? And I do feel that the film that I mentioned, it doesn't do it. But if you liked what it was trying to do, then this is the movie. This is what's going to get you the atmosphere, the narrative, all the goodies that you just didn't get, but you still liked that.
The reason I'm disagreeing with that is because this movie tries to be the video game.
Yeah.
Which I think is what hinders it. Whereas with that movie, you're not going to go into that getting the mystery element of her trying to discover this. So that is a very different movie. Like I said, the only thing that really connects it is the mortuary part. And I'm not trying to pick it apart. I just see constantly, I always get comments and stuff where it's like, well, you know, you compared this to this and I don't see it. And it's like, all right, my point was one thing. So like, we might get some comments on that. I just want to say, make sure to check out Autopsy of Jane Doe. You're right in that sense.
100%.
Do not think about this movie in terms of that one, because they are vastly different. Like, and for good reason. Like we were just talking about, like they do poorly writing video game movies.
Yes,
and that is an original movie with an original storyline that just works on all cylinders. I'm glad you pointed it out, though.
But yeah, that's what really, I know I say this every time we talk about video game movies, but it's something that really needs to change. Or stop doing video game movies. If you don't care about it, don't do them. If you're gonna make a great game, a great movie from an awesome game with a good story, with a great story, then do it the right way.
Yeah.
Or don't do it at all. Or I'll say do it the right way, but maybe try some animated shit.
See, it's really tough because like great stories like God of War, right? Especially the one that came out in 2018. Like as much as I'm excited for the show they're doing, like if they were to do a movie of God of War and give us the whole shebang that we got playing that whole game, the 3 hours of a movie that it was or so all together, and we got that as a movie, and it was exactly the same, I feel like a lot of people would then just pick it apart because it was exactly the same as something they loved already. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
I mean,
it's always a catch-22. Either you're serving the fan or you feel like you're at disservice at the fan if you're too authentic. So I think that's where I just had that.
Video games work well with television shows, and that's why you really have to expand the world out. You really have to do the lore, and it's disappointing when you have an hour and a half and you can't successfully just boil a good narrative down. That's disappointing, but you'll see, like, but Fallout, I know the game, but I love the show. I mean, you could just go on and on and on. Video games have great narratives, great concepts, and they're done right. And this is not done right.
We can't show that live. We'll get
I'm
arrested.
looking at my notes. I'm trying to read up on the Mortuary Assistant and like some of the trivia and stuff as I go. So
That's
when
not
it's
what
my
it is.
turn, I will have something to talk about.
Well, I have something to say, guys. I'm gonna say this about the assistant in this movie. I thought she would have kicked more ass and did a hell of a lot better.
Yeah.
You know why? Because that, you know who that is? That's Speedy, guys. That is
Who?
Speedy. You know, oh my
What?
Her.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, Green Arrow.
Oh yeah, Green Arrow sister Thea. Yeah.
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 Oh, she wasn't
First of all, I knew
bad
that.
as
We
an
already talked about that earlier.
actress with what she had.
Oh yeah, that fucking
Yeah,
show.
she dope. But her acting was definitely better on the show. I don't know if that's because of writing and direction for this movie.
Probably.
I think you guys need to
Oh,
rewatch that
Jeremiah
show.
Kemp, who his backlog is not worth looking into. It's a lot of cable fodder.
Mm.
Well, I mean, this was a Shutter movie.
Well, yeah.
Shutter
I
usually
mean,
does good though.
I mean,
Shutter has
he
not
says
always.
a journeyman director that
Listen.
just whatever they hire
Terrified
him for, he does it.
Terrified was also a Shutter original.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
They bought. No, they didn't.
It was
They bought that
licensed.
at a film festival. That was its own original movie out of Argentina that they bought.
What about what's the Evil Within?
When Evil Lurks.
Or Evil Lurks, I mean.
Nope,
Yeah.
another one that was a darling.
Everything that's in that
film festival.
Shutter 10-year box set was actually either purchased at film festivals or from other countries.
Well, they do. They are for the
Mhm.
last couple of years. I don't know if this is a Shutter original. I believe
It
it
is an
is.
original,
What I was
original,
looking at. I have it up, but I'm looking at this. I will say, like, Shutter for the longest time was just picking sort of the mid-level horror movies out of, which with on their budget is a good deal.
Mhm.
Those mid-level horror movies from film festivals around that work, that were more favored. They don't always get stuff that works though. But I will give them credit; they're good at curating. It's not bad.
Oh yeah, extremely good at curating.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I kind of feel like if the writing was just a little bit stronger and some of the I really like the creepiness of the mortician himself, but there was still something off about the just the feeling and the interactions between him and her, which I guess that's part of what they wanted, but at the same time, there's just still something that it just wasn't quite a good mesh with something. But that ominous feeling, the voice through the phone and the different spirits talking to her and that whole aspect and the way that made you feel, that's what we should have been getting Until Dawn. Because Until Dawn was completely a weird headspace psychological movie. Mm-hmm. That's the type of stuff we should have been getting and should have worked better over there.
I didn't think it worked in this.
But for some reason,
it was literally... I felt like there should have been a button that I would have pushed to be like, ask Dr. Delver this or ask Dr. Delver that. And that's how dry an attempt at a human being Dr. Delver was.
Yeah.
And that was just that was, I mean, I don't care if they want to say like, oh, it's hark back into old school video games. No, it just looks and comes off stupid in a film.
Mm-hmm. He was almost forgettable at times. Like when she was on screen a lot, you almost forgot about him because they did that so much. The way that he was the way he talked on the phone, the way he talked and acted in general. I feel like they overdid it with that kind of. I don't know if they're trying to make him mysterious or what, or creepy or whatever. You already got that vibe from him, so you really didn't have to do too much to get that weird vibe off of him. And I feel like they over and underdid his character. They overdid it with like that weird kind of silent vibe thing, but they underdid it with not just writing a better script for him or writing a better script.
And then they made him into goddamn Constantine.
Yeah, that's the thing too. I'm like, is he a villain? Is he a villain or a good guy?
Which is really strange.
Yo, I thought he was a pervert at first because when he was in the room talking to Miss Thea Queen, he was like, I think her eyes changed or whatever. And he started unbuttoning his shirt. I was like, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah, because the shoulder,
the shit tattooed on his stomach, on his chest or whatever, the symbol.
Well, here's the thing. I'm saying he's a villain because he knows this. He has this girl come in to work, says you're not doing night shift, but then he ends up having her do night shift. Now it's attached to her, and she's trapped. So that motherfucker trapped her into this. And I think it was because he thought it was like transfer to her and he could leave or something. It was fucking weird. I never played the game. I wish I did. so I know more about the story itself if they're using
So-
some of it.
It's really bad
So his
reanimator
reasoning
nod.
was he thought it was attached to him. So if he didn't work nights and he was out of it, it would be attached to him at home, and his work can continue with the person if they happen to work at night, or he's the only one with the village, the sigils on his chest. He can work at night and control it. But then he realized, oh no, it goes after anybody that comes into the space, and it actually attached to her. Fuck, I fucked up. I thought it was only attached to me, so everything else would be okay.
Yeah, that's the part that caught me. I was like, is this motherfucker? Because he had the one girl locked up in that coffin box thing. I'm like, yo, is he a fucking like serial killer?
Very Herbert West.
Yeah, it was weird.
Who was that chick? Was that the last assistant?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I assume so. They didn't say. Like
And he
that
trapped her because it was in her, so he thought it was attached to her. It's fine, but it left her.
There's your problem. There's your problem. We're all wondering who that character was.
Yeah.
You can't have somebody in a movie and wonder who they are.
Yeah.
You know, like, and honestly, like this movie was just fucking boring. I watched it last night, and it's just been a bad week for movies for me.
Yeah. That's a disappointment.
And yeah, was it Mortuary Assistant? Like this was, they did entangle so many things from the game that I thought, hey, this is interesting, but this movie's boring, so I don't know if entangling this much from the game is a good idea. I know we were having that conversation, but like it did not work here. Like Iron Lung, it worked, but it worked because it was the story. Like you check things on the computer. He's by himself. That's interesting because he's by himself. He has to carry the movie, so he has to check things for information on the movie, in the story for the movie. This, it was just like, okay, phone. You know, let me go check this. Let me do this. Oh, let me go do this. And then I have to put the puzzle together. And it's like, I would rather play the game than watch this.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah, 100%.
But I mean,
I don't
I
like
could
video
damn near
games.
say that about any video game movie adaptation. I'd rather play the game.
But that's the point. You shouldn't. You should be able to say, hey, I want to play the game after this movie if you made a good movie.
Yeah.
You know,
But
but
speaking
they
about
don't
the
do
game, the puzzle she was doing. So she had to go around because they're written on the wall somewhere to find the demon's name. I still don't know what the fucking demon's name is. But she's going around with a
Asperger.
flashlight. What is it?
Asperger.
Asperger. But they go around with a fire and shit on the wall looking for these sigils so she knows which one to put in as a puzzle. I thought more shit was going to happen when she's searching for them. More crazy stuff.
James, my question there was, okay, so she takes the piece of paper out. It magically catches fire. This, of course, to my opinion, sets everything a-going because she then has to, I don't know if it's toilet paper or if it's a special, like it's Bible paper.
It's Bible. The funny part about that is, to interject for a second, they had to write the scripture on there.
I know. That's what I'm thinking. It's like, what the? Like,
do you not know what it is?
They're like freestyling this on like toilet paper or something. It's just, it made no sense.
And even if you do know what it is, it's very easy to figure out what the scripture is just by looking at the paper. I don't know. That part I was just like, a little weird.
They had to do something, I guess. I don't know. Again, none of us have played the game, so none of us know.
So the game, you have to go figure out that puzzle.
But that's the problem with this movie. I know how to play the game now because of this movie, but I don't know the characters. Why? Because she had one traumatic event that she barely emoted to. I mean, you guys praised her as Speedy. I'm going to say that show had about as much raw emotion as this movie did. So I don't know if she's a good actor, to be completely honest, because I'm like, it's like watching cardboard talk to each other. You know, like her and Paul Sparks had the same like notion. She showed no real fear throughout the entire thing.
Yeah, that's weird.
You know,
that I agree with.
We were more scared when we play Phasmophobia than she was living this nightmare.
That's true.
Even when she was home and she's imagining killing her fucking sponsor.
and all that shit. I'm like, what happened? Because then she leaves and she's at the door. She goes, "What are you doing?" She
As
starts
an
running back to the
Allison?
mortuary. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I don't know. It did not work for me at all.
Mm-mm. It felt like
And
another one.
it sucks because I'm a sucker for these type of movies.
Mm-hmm.
The possession shit, or you're like, what's another one? Was it Lights Out or something? What's that one with the fucking? She's like,
Yeah, where the short
bar?
film was really good and they elongated it into a piece of garbage. feature.
So I'm like,
Yep.
I don't know, but I'm gonna drop this down to a 4. Yeah,
It just wasn't worth it. And honestly, like it scares me for the Phasmophobia movie.
I was about to say that. Now I'm fucking worried because I'm hoping so badly that movie's gonna be good, but it's so high chance it's gonna be shit.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
The thing I was gonna say in Phasmophobia's defense is the main. I mean,
they don't have a story, so they
don't have
You can't defend this.
No. What I'm gonna say is they don't have a story, so it's not like we can go back and say, oh, they didn't follow the story of Phasmophobia. But I feel like what they need to do is have the locations in there and have all the equipment.
Oh,
Agreed.
yeah.
But at the same time, this has the location. It has the investigation. So to compare the two, and I'm for. I want it to be good. And I'm not saying there are no good.
Oh,
I mean, Sonic is killing.
Sonic
Ever
is
since
good,
they changed that ugly hedgehog into what
Which,
we got.
Again,
was
I feel
brilliant.
it was on purpose. I feel that was on purpose to get the conversation going because it got everybody talking about it. I know we've talked about it back.
Yeah,
in
it
the
was
day
on
when
Twitter.
it
It was
happened,
trolling everywhere.
which was smart. And then not
They're
too
like, they
much
did
long
Sonic
after. I don't know
wrong.
how long it was after, so I'm not gonna sit here and say I know the exact time, but let's say maybe a month, I don't know how long it was. I really don't remember, but it was a cool time. It was a cool little moment in time, though. They had what we have now for Sonic.
Yeah,
And it was
I
like,
think
oh
it's
shit, they fixed it.
and I think
So,
that's a common thing. When it's animated, there's a higher chance of success.
I don't think horror works for video games to transfer well unless there's comedy involved, because you have to be able to emote. The actors have to be able to act. You restrict actors to tell them that they have to be like the video game characters. Now, I get what you're saying about Phasmophobia. There are no real characters to follow, but that's going to make it trickier. Why? Because now the fans of the game who play it are playing and they are the characters.
Mm-hmm.
True.
So anybody you put in there, if you
It's
don't
not you.
see yourself in them, that's why you think you have to build out a
Ooh.
team. That's why remember I was talking about it where I was like, I think they should build out a team. It should be more comedic. You can hit all the places. You can connect them with cursed objects. But you need to have a team that is sort of shows personalities of people who play this game.
Yeah.
Listen,
So you can latch
Phasmophobia.
on. Well, think about Scooby-Doo. And this isn't a video game versus TV show or movie I did, but just a team like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
We all connect to somebody on one of those teams. That's why it's so universally beloved. Everyone can connect to somebody on that team. And that is like universally how you talk to your audience. If you have this team, like they have to be different personalities that your audience can connect with. Oh, I understand. I'm the scared one when I go into these things with my friends. Oh, I'm the brave one when I go in. Yeah, I'm this. So like this right here, I don't know the game, so I don't know if there's characters like a Resident Evil that kind of linger or stick around. So I might be speaking out of turn with it, but I'm assuming because there was the names might be the same, but there was no real distinctive things about these characters to latch onto. Like they kind of overview a lot of stuff about their past. So my problem with this was you didn't give these actors any chance to work with this script or build even something that makes it interesting for us to cheer for them or even go against them. And that's, I think, what suffers a lot with video games that transfer over into movies or TV shows. TV shows are a little easy because you have a lot of time to build characters.
Yeah.
And there's a lot more forgiveness. But an hour and a half trying to make this movie work, if your actors can't at the very least make people feel something, you wrote it wrong.
Yeah, I didn't give a shit about nothing. I was more like waiting for more of the fucking possession parts. I'm like, where's the demon? That's the character I want to see. And
I was James.
the other
I
ones
was
were
thinking the same
forgettable.
thing. I wanted to see more of this.
Yeah,
right
that
here.
fucking creepy thing in the bottom of the steps
Like,
and shit. I'm like, yo, what the
I
hell
mean,
is that?
You don't get a
I
good
wanted
look
to see-
until
You never
Like-
really explained what that is.
Yeah,
all. Like I didn't mind that it was in the shadows, but as much as they were showing, what did she say was
Is that
as
the
much as they were showing it,
demon?
as much as they were showing it, you thought it was going to be used like more importantly, like doing things or doing the killings and all this stuff, but it wasn't. It just popped up every now and then or whatever the case may be.
The
So I wish
rule of
wish
the
It's
it was
power-
better.
breaking across the street and it scares her and she goes back into the
Back in the
house.
building,
so
yeah.
also,
I'm
I
assuming
mean,
it feels like it's raking or something. So
also another point to this that I think just didn't work and like kind of hurt the movie in a big way, and sort of an addition to what I was saying earlier, is that you have a video game where she's investigating something, and we've built no lore during that time. We don't know the demon. We don't even know why the girl's in the fucking box. We don't really know what the sigils mean. So we're watching an investigation where we are literally learning nothing. We're just waiting until she figures something out, and then we get it explained to us in the end. That is shitty stories. In fact, I might lower this even on my own, because the technical aspects of this movie were infuriating. The sound design is terrible. Well, no, the sound design wasn't bad, but the score and the soundtrack mixed into it was terrible. And I don't care if you don't have the money for it, but there's better things you can do. You know, especially in an independent setting. And if you have Shutter money, you don't have to buy the biggest music, but you don't have to buy this schlock either that you put in there. On top of that, the cinematography was boring. They didn't use any camera angles that enhanced anything. The lighting was completely flat, and there were no real shadows or distinct things to really hide or show in an interesting fashion any of these demons or anything going on or any of the horror. It was just there. You just saw it. And the cuts and the editing in between, you can't even latch onto, is this reality? Is she dreaming? Are there hallucinations? Because the editing is so bad that they just cut randomly at different times when they should be lingering, and it doesn't make sense. And one of my biggest things, and I'll shut up, that it really disappointed me about this movie, and that now I'm going to lower it down to a 2, is it gets to a point for me where you are building up certain things and it's working. You're like little things here and there. You're asking the right questions. You're getting us going, or you're showing like a cool creature in flat lighting, whatever. But you're showing a cool creature. You might have framed a shot that looks really good at the moment, and then you immediately screw it up with some terrible scare. Like all of the scares in this were ineffective and they did not work well, and they followed on the heels of being interested in the movie. So sorry.
Yeah.
Figure I'd get that out.
take me down to 3.
Take you down to 3. Yeah, me too. Put me through a 3.
I'm bumping down there with Mick to it. I'm going down to a 2 with him as well. So 2, 3, 2.
Jeremiah Kipps watching this episode,
3.
like, go fuck yourself, Mick Manhattan.
Truth is truth.
Shutter's gonna hate me.
You made me Shutter with this one.
You know what? If more of these companies that are popping up, the A24s, even the studios, things like that, if they had people who actually knew how to craft a story or put things together to oversee this rather than just have executives try and make money, we would have better products. But they don't. They don't give a fuck what I think. They don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. Nope. They only give a fuck if you are bringing them eyes. And then they're paying you to tell you, they're paying us, not us, but like content creators to say whatever they want anyway. And there's no integrity in that. So this movie sucks. Give it a 1. No, I'll keep it at a 2. I'll keep it at a 2.
Listen, just run the movies by us. Let us check them out first before you put them out to the public, because you guys are fucking up.
If I ever win the Powerball, we're going to make a movie and go exactly by the story of the video game.
You gotta get the right people, though.
Yeah.
I can't act, James.
Nick,
I will.
Nick, he's good. He could play Leon for Resident Evil.
I don't. Is that a
Or
black
Nemesis?
character?
You want to play
picking
Nemesis? You want to play Nemesis?
Which one's Nemesis? I haven't played. I played the first 2 Resident Evils. I've never
Nemesis
played.
is that fucking one with that big fucking.
There's also.
I don't even know if you call him zombies, but he has a Gatling gun and shit.
I don't remember.
That's fucking crazy.
Like those are late night game playing with my buddies. You know, like I don't remember every aspect of them. I
I
remember
used
the
to watch
night.
people. I never really played it. I liked watching people play it. It was like me watching a horror movie.
He was
Like
too
my
scared.
sister was playing it. I was like, "Here, you want to try it?" Just because I know it's going to be entertaining.
Mhm.
I forgot what game it is. When you go down the hallway and the dogs jump through the fucking windows.
That's Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Which one? The first one?
Yes.
I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
I don't not remember.
He got scared so fucking much. I was laughing for 20 minutes.
You know what pisses me off? This is the third worst film of this week that I watched.
Nice.
Yeah, that sucks. You're on a slump.
I lowered this to a 2, and it's the third worst film.
Wow.
That's
Damn.
awesome.
I'm so mad.
I'm
This has
happy
not
for
been
you,
a good
Nick.
week for movies.
But the thing is, it gets better.
I
Hopefully.
don't know. I don't know if the drama is going to be any good, and I hope it is. I like the actors, but and then the 2 Carries I know I like.
But there's always next week, Mick. There's
Yeah,
always
oh
next.
fuck, next week, dude, I have some good ones.
See, there you go. Boom. Like I said.
Well,
next week.
I had to replenish, and at least fucking Johnny isn't making me watch another goddamn Jack and Jill.
That's good.
Sorry, I realize nobody knows what I'm talking about, but go watch Johnny Loves Movies and you'll see.
But speaking of movies and films and shows and all that good shit, it's time to get to the weekly rentals. And James, we're gonna kick it off with you, good sir. Wham.
Okay, so dude, I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, this fucking movie. I got this from. I follow Tubi Horror Group on Facebook. Someone posted this, and the capital letters. They go, "This is the best thing I ever seen." So it piqued my interest. I was like, "What are you talking about?" For just look by the cover, I was like, "I know this is going to be a B whacked out fucking movie, right?" I watched it. I enjoyed this movie way more than I thought it was gonna do. It was just fun. There's funny parts in it. It's horror aspect because there is ghouls. The ghouls are old school fucking. You can tell they're like look like plastic and the tongue hanging is just like stuck there. They don't move. You know that kind of shit, like a toy. I don't know, man. I had fun with that one. I would definitely fucking pay the late fees on this one.
Nice. Nice.
I say check it out because I'm really curious how other people think. That's why I was like, "Sir, you got to watch this movie because I want to know if it's going to make you laugh or something."
I might rent it next week and I'll let you know if it's worth the late fees to me too, James.
All right.
But that's not the only movie you watched this week.
No, I watched a lot of movies, but
You watched Shanghai Surprise as well.
yes, I did. That's a punishment movie for
So
Saturday.
that's for P&P.
Yeah, but he can still say he watched it.
Yeah, I did
Oh.
watch it. You'll find out my review on that real. If anything, I would say it's not rental. I won't pay the late fees.
No, shut the fuck up. Don't say anything. Just be like, if you want my review, go check out P&P. There you go. You have your in.
There you go.
Effectively
And YouTube.
use your
Check
time.
it out on YouTube. Watch it on YouTube.
Yes.
But-
Popcorn Pints over on YouTube. But Gamer, you are up next, good sir.
This week had a little bit of a theme, if you can't tell.
Mm-hmm.
Green.
It was a color. It's all about the
Is it
green.
because you miss your green grass?
Yep.
No, it's because the grass is ready for me to cut. I just went and got my weed and feed yesterday and everything. I'm ready to go. But yeah, I started off with the Green Hornet. Why? I don't know. I just happened to see it on the list on YouTube. I started watching it, remembered that it was Seth Rogen. Once I heard the initial laugh, and then I was in it. And I was in it, and I remembered, hey, that's Harold.
Harold,
And I was
that's
just
right,
like,
Harold.
okay, I'm not going to move from this now. I'm just stuck here. So I finished with that one. As I said, it stars the gentleman that played in Harold and Kumar, plays Seth Rogen. They play the classic crime-fighting bunch, the Green Hornet Kato, his partner. He has a classic car, super dope. I give this one, I think the modern-day version of it, this movie was a great adaptation. It is a little bit different because my parents are from the generation where this actually came from, so they've told me what the differences are and stuff like that. I've never went back to check, but yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good time. I'm a fan of Seth Rogen's, and he's doing a lot of stuff now that, you know, we're seeing more and more like the Muppets, and we were just talking about, what was the other thing we might come back out with? Darkwing Duck.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited. I'm a Seth Rogen fan. Go watch it. Worth the late fees? I'm going to leave that one up to you. For me, I'd return it on time, but I'd probably watch it once, maybe twice before I did return it.
I would say the mask is 1,000% worth the late fees.
I was on Green Hornet.
What? I didn't know if you meant both. Sorry.
No. I was on Green Hornet. So that one, like I said, up to you if you think it's worth the late fees, but I would watch it once or twice at least. And then the next one was The Masked Siren. They're great. Jim Carrey, who's recently been cloned, apparently. I'm kidding. That's misinformation. If you don't know, The Mask is actually a comic book that actually they changed the character of it for the movie. He was actually supposed to be kind of an anti-hero who did a bunch of sick sadistic things to bad people while still being a bad guy, but towards bad people only. So it was cool that Jim Carrey did his thing in this one. They did the adaptation to make it more for a general audience. This is Cameron Diaz's first performance and first appearance. So it's kind of cool. And I love the soundtrack from this movie. I literally had it when I was a kid. And my favorite one was Cherry Poppin' Daddies. Gotta love that. And then, hey, Pachito! I love it. You know, all the things they do with the animation at early days, because this was also 1994, I believe. So this is early on in CGI as well, just after Jurassic Park basically broke the world with it. So yeah, go check it out. Enjoy it. And don't watch Son of the Mask.
No.
Don't stay away from that.
I did it.
And hope this is one that we do get as a perhaps reboot or maybe a sequel. Maybe they do a requel, but I would love to see this and continue because the Mask is ageless. It is timeless.
It's good.
I don't think anybody can pull it off like Jim Carrey, though. Maybe if we get another talent like Jim Carrey in that comedy realm that I have not seen. I have never seen anyone come back onto the scene since Jim Carrey that could pull off what Jim Carrey's doing. And he still does it, even as Robotnik on Sonic. He's killing it. And it's I so much credit to that guy, even just for his comedy prowess. Like before that, maybe you can give it to a Jerry Lewis and others. There were a lot more like very animated comedians back in the day than there are now.
Robin Williams.
Rob Williams is fantastic. But even then, like as great as Robin Williams was and as animated, Jim Carrey could contort and do things.
Yeah.
Like a goddamn cartoon.
There's an element of slapstick to Carrey's work.
Yeah. And not to put Robin Williams down, though. I mean, he was a genius. No. But yeah, it was that cartoon. Like he was Bugs Bunny.
Yep. And as Mick said, definitely 1,000,000% worth the late fees. I watched this movie probably at least 30 times when I was a kid, when it was first out, when I had it on VHS. I mean,
this isn't worth the
lines. It's time for an overhaul. Like,
this
forget about it. You know what I mean?
This is going to Sturd-O-Video and figure out how to sneak it out. Because you should own this movie.
Yeah, 5-finger discount.
When you're taking the trash out, when you go back by the dumpster, you have it in a trash bag already. You open the trash bag and then you fucking fling it over the fence and then you come back for it the next day.
There you go.
Very elaborate scheme.
Oh man. Mick, you are up next, good sir.
This is only 4 of 13 movies I've watched this week.
God damn.
I only count from last Thursday till now. Yeah, all right, let's kick this off. I'm gonna start with the older movies first. I went on a little Gosling kick after Project Hail Mary. You can leave them up, I don't give a shit. Nobody needs to see my face. I'll start with The Nice Guys. Great comedy, written and directed by Shane Black.
Funny.
Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling play off each other amazingly. They have great chemistry. In fact, the fact that Hollywood didn't, whether this movie did well or not, which is a crime, it should have. And this is my second time watching it, but like seeing their chemistry, I don't know how Hollywood didn't pick up that these guys should be in more movies together with the chemistry they had. That's rare chemistry. That's like Danny Glover and Mel Gibson chemistry. When they're on screen together, it works. You can tell there's a deep friendship there. And I like that about this movie. And everyone did a great job in it. I did not realize until the second viewing that it's actually Margaret Qualley that's in the movie. She plays the young lady they're searching for. So I didn't realize she started that early in her career, because this is 2016. Great movie. I say check it out. I wish they would put out a sequel. This is definitely it's one of the best representations of 70s movies that wasn't in the 70s. And that's what I liked about it. It still has the downer ending. It still has, it's still very cynical in a lot of ways, but there's it has a new age sort of upbeatness to it as well. Thanks to Gosling for that. He brings in a lot of comedic charisma. Now my next one does not have comedic charisma from Gosling, but I wanted to watch another Ryan Gosling movie. I was in the mood for a drama, and I wanted to connect with my good buddies up in Schenectady. In Schenectady, as they call it, now that I know that from this movie. The Place Beyond the Pines, shot in Schenectady, the hometown of three of the gentlemen right fucking here who are so beautiful. This was a good drama, well written. It's too long, and it adds an extra character backstory that I don't think it needs, and it kind of ruins the second act for me. But I did like how it transcends generationally from Ryan Gosling to his son down the line who's trying to learn more about him and comes in contact with the man who killed him, played by Bradley Cooper. That's not a twist or anything. You'll see as you go in. My problem with this movie is they focus on Bradley Cooper too long. We didn't need that much of a story in this, like the corrupt cop thing and everything else. And I get what they were going for and what was going on, I guess, up in Schenectady at the time. I don't really know. I guess it was based on...
He definitely had corrupt cops at the time. There was one called Super Cop.
There you go. So, like, I see why they're trying to shine a light on it, but it just felt a little too shoehorned in because we were watching this deep movie about a guy trying to make money for his kid. And then we're watching this movie about this kid trying to learn more about that guy because he died before he was born. And then he didn't die before he was born. He died when he was a baby. But you now are shoving Bradley Cooper down my throat. And he was fine in it, but it was too much Bradley Cooper. So that was my biggest issue with that movie. But it's definitely worth checking out, I think. Worth the rental. Maybe if you can find it on streaming, it's not worth the rental, but give Sturdy the business and rent it anyway. Nice Guys is 1,000% worth the rental.
Is it worth the late? Is it worth the late fees though?
I didn't say that. If it's worth the rental, I ain't going to the late. Well, Nice Guys, yes, that's worth the late fees.
Okay,
yeah. That's a movie. To me, that's a movie that's going to go down in a cult classic, like Dazed and Confused or a Half Baked, or those tapes we got back in the day that we just used to run out because they were so much fun. The Nice Guys is a movie like that.
Okay, that's good to know.
It's. So no, go ahead. You can put it up. I'm going on to the next one. So the next two are new ones that I watched. Mike and Nick and Alice is new on Hulu. That's a lot of talking. Maybe I should pick one or two movies. I did full reviews on these, so make sure to check out the channel and watch them there. But quick rundown: this is a time travel gangster movie.
Interesting.
With Keith David as the fucking mob boss. I love it. There's the casting in this is phenomenal. The chemistry in this is even better. I had such a great time. James Marsden and Vince Vaughn and Isa Gonzalez all play off each other fantastically. They're terrific together. And they're so much fun. There's a conversation where you have two Vince Vaughns, James Marsden and Isa Gonzalez, talking about Gilmore Girls. And I thought this will end up stupid. And it worked. It worked completely. And I had so much fun with this one from beginning to end. My only issue is, I had a few issues, and you'll see that in my review, but my biggest issue is they sort of use the time travel as a crutch. Not a big fan of that, even though I know Back to the Future is my favorite movie of all time. But I do love a good time travel movie. This has action like you would see in John Wick, but it also has comedy. It does not pull punches from the gore and stuff. It is just a really fun movie. And it was really cool to see. The performances were my favorite part. And the last movie, another new one, They Will Kill You. Another one's going to have a full review. You can go check that out, starring Zazie Beetz. I'm not going to give much away on this. I'm going to say it has some of the best fight choreography around. I loved it.
Oh, it looks fun.
Color patterns that they use in this are phenomenal, and it looks great. The set design, the art direction, production design, I should say, is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. The hotel feels like a character. You get lost in it, but at the same time, it feels familiar to you. Like, it's really well done. I don't want to give too much away, but it goes to different places that like you just appreciate. It does not pull punches on gore in any way, shape, or form. It is a gory movie about a young lady who takes a job as a maid at a exclusive luxury hotel. Her first night, these immortal Satanists come in to make her next sacrifice. Thing is, she's ready for him. Think an old martial arts movie,
Right.
brought up to date. I know Afro Samurai was a very big influence on this. Yeah, James, you get it. And I can see it through the color patterns, and I can see it through like sort of the imagery in terms of poses and stuff like that. You're gonna love this fucking movie. It's great. That is both the new movies are definitely worth the rental, the late fees.
Nice. Good to know. Because I do want to see They Will Kill You.
Yeah.
And now it is on to you, Trevor.
Well, I'm going to get out of the way first. All 4 of these films are not just good rentals, but well worth the late fees. So the first film we have there is called White Sun of the Desert, released back in 1969, directed by Vladimir Motyl. And it is what you call a red Western, sometimes called an Ostern. And it follows a general that is going home after the Russian Civil War. But being the Good Samaritan that he is, he continually runs into people he needs to assist or situations he needs to help people, and he can't say no. And this builds a narrative that eventually leads to a film that's definitely influenced by not just spaghetti westerns, but also things like The Searchers and especially High Noon. Russian Western, a red Western. Highly recommend it.
Nice.
And the second film is by the director of Battle Royale. It's one of his earlier films. It's from 1966. It's called The Threat. Yes, there are similarities to another film that came out about 3 months before called High Low by Akira Kurosawa, but it's probably incidental. But this is a film about a kidnapping, and that's a kidnapping of a child, but also a kidnapping of a family and using them for the ransom. It's very tense. It's really cool, and you get to see Kinji Fukasaku and his use of the camera and the use of editing in an early black and white way that's awesome. So The Threat from 1966 Japan, highly recommend it.
Awesome.
Okay, so this was kind of out of the blue one for me. I have not watched a lot of Truffaut films. This is from 1970. It's called L'Enfant Sauvage, or The Savage Child, The Wild Child. And it is actually based on a real child that was discovered in the Victorian era and had been worked with a doctor to try to make them part of society. Well, this is an actual thing that happened. Of course, this film expands upon that. And as a person who has worked with students, when Truffaut made this film and used that as like the jumping off point, what he ended up making was probably one of the most, it's almost like The Miracle Worker, except for neurodivergence. And it really goes into, you can see the good and the bad at that time period of trying to communicate. And it's just like, it's unlike any film I've ever seen. And it even though okay, I can't say that. It reminds me a little bit of Lynch's Elephant Man, but that is Wild Child by Francois Truffaut from France.
Anybody want a Helen Keller joke?
There is, yeah.
You know what the difference between Helen Keller and a neurodivergent is?
What?
The neurodivergent doesn't want Helen Keller dead. That's a deep cut. That's a cerebral one, because she was into eugenics.
Oh, okay.
And she flew planes apparently.
Yep.
One plane, Mick. Just one. Plane.
No, it's
Plane.
a fleet of planes now. That will never not be funny.
Always
She
preferred the
was in
dead
Top
man.
Gun.
Who do you think trained Maverick?
Are you?
I literally just said she was the Top Gun.
She was Glenn Powell's character, and every time you saw her, she's like, "I am that good rooster." Sorry, I'm not making fun of neurodivergency in any way.
Oh,
I will make fun of Helen Keller in many ways. She was a
Shout out
horrible.
to Helen Keller though, and the Night Wolves. But
Thank you for saving us from the Night Wolves.
yes. All right. I know you got one more, Trevor.
I have one more, and this I actually might say it is my favorite of the four. It's from 1977. It's called The Dancing Hawk. It follows a character named Michael Traporni from when he was a country boy up to when he dies. It also plays with the perspective of the viewer nonstop through this film. And a majority of the film, you're watching from below. It's very strange. It kind of, the film in general, if you've ever saw this great film called Hukle, it's a Hungarian film that came out in the 2000s. That's very close to this amazing film that literally watches a character go from such a low place to such a high place, but to see how much that character sacrifices or turns their backs to, or when they finally think they get what they want, it's not really what the journey was about. And it's this amazing existential avant-garde Polish goodness that is Dancing Hawk. So highly recommend it. But if you don't like narratives that are askew and non-linear, avoid it. But if you do, definitely watch it.
Nice. It's on to me. So I'm gonna kick it off with Simon Says. Not the greatest movie, but I wasn't mad at that. Like I like the concept of it, which basically 4 people get catfished into going to a castle in Scotland, so a Scottish castle, and basically they have to try to win the game of Simon Says. If they win the game of Simon Says, they're told that they get to be with the guy and they get to own the mansion, this, that, and the third. Little do they know, they can't leave the game. They have to play the game or they're trapped there or they'll die. And it just basically goes on from there. I don't want to give it away because I would like people to go check it out. Again, it's not the greatest movie, but again, with the ideas of it and the concepts of it, I think it was a really good idea. And with better writing and acting, this would have been I think this could have been a good movie. I really feel this could have been a good movie. Just from the things I got from it. Like, I'm not saying it was, but just from the things I got from it, I respect it for that aspect of it. It's worth a rental. It's not worth the late fees, but it's definitely worth a rental, and it's worth a one-time watch. Just return it on time. Return it on time is all I'm gonna say. And then watch The Great Food Race with the wife.
Is that a show or is that a movie?
Yeah,
No, it's a show. There's like 18 seasons of it.
Oh, we can add shows in here?
Are there really
Yeah,
that
whatever-
many seasons?
yeah,
I thought
yeah.
there was only
I thought it was because it was rentals. I thought movies.
No, movies and shows. Because I mean, hey, there was a point where you can rent a series of a movie.
If I could, after you're done with everything, just plug a show though, because it's just one I think people should check out.
Yeah.
Nice.
But The Great Food Race, basically, it's a challenge. I think I forgot how many trucks it starts off with, but it ends up with 1. So they go through a few states selling food. They do different challenges, and each episode someone gets eliminated. The winner gets $50,000 in the food truck, and it's cool because you see, like, I mean, we love watching food shows, but then you get to see so many different cultures of different foods and the way they do their food. Even if it's like the same food, like the different ways that people do chicken or the different ways that people do rice. It's so freaking amazing. And then to see like people doing this on a food truck and having to, and I know a lot of the stuff is scripted, but there's things on there that I feel like they're making the food, that part. Everything else scripted. What I don't care about that part. That's still fun and funny to watch too. But just again, that's just like, oh man, it makes you want to go to it makes me wish that like when they're doing these locations, like it was around here. Like, oh, they're gonna be here from the Great Food Truck Race selling this because I'm going and I'm eating.
Is this the one that's been on for a long time?
Mm-hmm.
It's been on for a while. Yeah, like I said, it's 18. This is the 18 seasons.
Because I knew a guy back in the day. He was called the Empanada Guy. He had a food truck, and I remember like I would go and get it. He had some great empanadas that he would make, all different flavors. And he said he was going to be on a food truck reality show. I don't know if it was this one or not.
I would say look up, if you can remember his truck. I would say look up his truck name, and then go from there, and you may be able to find it. Be cool to watch.
Oh no, I just want the empanadas again.
Well, a little bit of both. A little bit of both.
I will never watch a reality television show.
But it's I mean, it's worth the rental. I don't necessarily say it's worth the late fees because, just grab it, watch a few episodes of it or watch a few seasons of it and then bring it back and grab another one and do the same. But it is a good time, though. It's a good time. It's a fun time. And have something to snack on when you watch it because you're going to get hungry. Trust me. You're going to get hungry.
Dig it.
And then another one we started, I believe we got about 3 episodes in, is Fallout. I've never played the game. Just started watching the show the other day. Actually, I think when we started watching it, either Saturday or Sunday, and we're more than 3 episodes, and we're like maybe 4 episodes. That doesn't matter. That's not important. Either way, post-apocalyptic series. This shit is awesome. This is one of those shows that I feel you should like. The hype that Stranger Things got, this should get. I don't know if it got it or not because I know it was out for. I think it came out in 2024. No, actually, it didn't get it because I would have heard about it more. But this is a really, 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 really good show.
Oh, I thought that came out.
Who watches it?
I just started.
I never watched it.
Okay, who else is here as a Cold War kid? Who else here is a Cold War kid?
I'm your age, so am I.
Trevor, you're a Cold War kid. For sure. Yeah. This show gives me anxiety. Like every time I watch it, I'm like, this is basically what they were warning us about every day in the 80s.
Maybe I should watch it then because I got anxiety.
An example of a show that does justice to the video games.
Oh, this is because I love the fact that they don't have to follow any game line though.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
because there's
one of the things I like about Bethesda games. You can just roam around them.
No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've never played this game, but this series, and you know what it is too, really quick. This series, and then I'll say at least for the first season of what the hell is it called? The Last of Us. I enjoyed both seasons, but I know some people didn't enjoy the second season as much. Of course, I get it, but those shows prove to me that if you're going to go the video game route as far as making a live adaptation, maybe you should go the series route so you can put more into it. You can do more character development, this, that, and the third, and more with the story and add on to the story, especially for those games that they may have a good story for a video game, but they need more for a movie. But if you do that in a series, you have more time to build. In a movie, you have to cram everything in an hour and a half, let's say 2 hours tops, but nobody wants to sit down and watch a 2-hour video game movie. I don't care how good it is.
It could be done if actual writers still existed. That's
that too. But I mean, at the same time, do a series.
I don't think everything would work in a series as in video game. Like,
true.
I agree. I agree with what you're saying about the ones that we
like.
They
made. I think Resident Evil would make a really good series. I know they did some anime. I believe they did some animated stuff.
I agree. Big world shows like that for sure. I agree.
But yeah, that's what I mean more so. But I don't know. And then
like
everything
Iron Lung as a TV show, I would have been
That is very.
You had me for like 2 hours. That's it.
That's fair. That's fair.
And you still could have cut 45 minutes out of it.
That's fair. But just for the most part, though. But yeah, again, Fallout, great series. Worth the rentals, and I'll say worth the late fees. Definitely worth the late fees because this is something that I could see myself after we go through watching it. I could see myself watching it again. I could definitely see myself watching it again. So yes, check that one out. And then lastly, The Inn. This one,
cool.
Yeah, the movie poster that's the best thing about this damn movie. And
Okay.
I'm not mad that I'm getting these bad movies over these past few weekly rentals. These, because it reminds me of the time of going back to, and not all the time, but you go and you just pick out a VHS because the cover's cool. Well, listen, I knew back then, and I know even more so now. You should not go by that. But listen, I had the movie say. So what I started doing is I started saving movies on my Tubi list, and like, you know what? But I'm just gonna watch them. I'm just gonna watch them. I don't care how good or how bad they are. I'm gonna watch them because I picked them out for whatever reason I picked them out for. And this was one of those movies. And sometimes we make decisions in life that I'm not gonna say I wish I didn't, because I'm not mad I watched it. And it's a fast watch. This movie's only an hour and 5 minutes. So it's like one of those movies where it's
geez.
like this movie should be short, but I'm gonna say this movie should have been a short. This movie should have been about a half hour max. And it just again, I've said this before, I'll say it again, it felt rushed. And like we've been saying for these past few weeks, even if you don't have the acting, the visuals down, the writing is something you should really, really, really work on, really have down. Like acting, I get it. Say even if it's your first movie writing, because I'll say with acting, say this is the first movie writing, this is the first movie acting, and everything else in this, I can forgive everything but the writing. I can forgive bad cinematography. I can forgive bad sound. I can forgive bad acting. I cannot forgive a bad script. Just because I feel you have a lot more time to work and practice at it, you know what I mean? And like go over it and get more eyes on it. There's only so much you can do as far as acting until you really get into it as far as classes or whatever you do to get better at it and just practicing at it. Same with writing, of course. But I feel like you should already be doing that. Like if you're like, listen, I'm gonna write them, you should already be writing stuff constantly. I don't know how often, but at least once a month, right? I don't know. It depends on how bad you want it. I don't know. But take your time. Like when you're trying to do something for a movie, take your time. Take your time. If it takes, maybe take a couple years. I really don't know, but I'm saying maybe at least take 6 months to a year. Don't write a movie in a week. Don't do that. Because
I mean, if you're a good writer, you could.
no. I'm saying if you're just
less than a week, so you can do it.
You can do it. No, I agree with you, Sturdy. I agree with you.
But if you're not on that level, like where your writing level is.
Nobody's on that level. There are no screenwriters that are actively working now that are on that level, and I can argue all day long with you about that. But they aren't, because even new age movies, even the Chris Nolan movies today, don't compare to what the writing of like 60s, 70s, 40s. Like there are movies that are so intricate and had such great writing that, like, there's not one writer that's on Dalton Trumbo's level today. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So like and that's the thing. Like he was a guy who won 3 Academy Awards for writing, and he didn't put his name on any of them. He couldn't put his name on any of them. And that's what I'm saying. Like, think of a writer today who could write and win 3 Academy Awards in their lifetime for best writing. I would say like Ryan Coogler may, but it's yet to be seen. So like we're on a level where there can be, but we're also not getting everything we should because we don't know who they're working with.
Yeah.
Like if they go to work for Netflix, their scripts aren't going to be as good. So that's going to show me you're maybe not that good of a writer, because you can't write something original in that sense. Even if you're commissioned, if you can write that way, you're not writing in a traditional fashion. And that's where, like, for me, and my only little pushback on something that you said was, I can forgive bad acting if it's
if it's what?
If it's impassioned.
Exactly.
Okay.
If they are impassioned, and I see an actor who's maybe the first time coming out here and really giving it their all and trying, and because you can tell when a crew and a cast genuinely had fun making a movie in the movie itself. Because like you said, those details are there and they matter. People talked about the film. People got together and they really planned things out. Far too often, I think that's why I don't work well with a lot of indie creators nowadays. They want to show themselves on social media, and I'm thinking of a few right now. they're so hell-bent on showing that they can make a movie like Hollywood does, that they don't know, that they've forgotten, or they just never realized that they are not making a movie like Hollywood does. There's no real pre-production, and doesn't mean script read. It doesn't mean like limited rehearsal times at your household. I'm talking pre-production, what really goes into pre-production. I'm talking about actually taking your time for post-production. I'm talking about when you're actually collecting money for your movie and making sure that you have for every aspect so people can get paid. But at the same time, making sure you don't have to come back later for finishing funds and stuff like that in marketing.
Yes.
Call it from the first point. Get yourselves a line producer or a production manager, get yourself that's the problem. We see so many independent films come out and there's things that are missing because they're missing the idea of collaboration within films. And that's what made Hollywood work as a business. So if we lose that, we're not going to have Hollywood working as a business. You're going to have a bunch of AI fucking artists.
Like
we
the
don't want
AI
that.
about filmer.
Oh, Jesus. Don't even get me started on that.
We don't
Oh,
need that.
real quick, I do want to thank Grandizer. I did see her list. Most of those films I've seen and I adore. I would love to sometime talk about Asian film with you. So, but
I seen The Host and I seen The Wailing.
And to add to that, they did on this show cover a lot of those movies, Evil Dead Trap and stuff.
Yep.
So you will go back and watch those episodes because they're worth it.
Definitely.
Oh yeah. Yes, he's right. With backpacking, we do that every summer. July through August. So at least 8 foreign films, and we're gonna be doing it again this year. Switching it up a little bit. So I'm gonna let the cat out the bag, meow. The way I'm doing it this year is I'm seeing what type of restaurants are around me. And based on that is going to be the country the horror movies will be from. Then that way I can try to go out the week of that movie, grab the food, try the food and enjoy the film, or hopefully enjoy the film. Hopefully enjoy the film and the movie. But so that's going to be a good time. I did it a couple of years ago as far as with the food and stuff, and it was fun. So I want to do it again. But this time I want to just make sure I'm locked in 8 or 9 different countries, 8 or 9 different restaurants, and hopefully I have 8 or 9 great experiences with both. Hopefully we all do. Whoever wants to join in on that, but so I can't wait for that. And so we do really, really love foreign films over here. A lot.
Mm-hmm.
Would you mind if I plug that show?
Mm-hmm.
It'll be the only time I do because I'm all caught up. But I'm Passion Plea. I popped it up here. Go check out The Burbs on Peacock. This is a very funny show with a good mystery element to it, and I hope it comes back for season 2. I want more people to go watch it, so it will.
Nice.
Okay.
Is this basically the Tom Hanks movie, but as a show?
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing: it's well written. It's not a carbon copy. They add elements to the show, but it's a whole new mystery to solve. It incorporates people well. It's not just shoehorning in people here and there. When the people come in, you're kind of like, what the fuck? What is happening right now?
Right?
Yeah. It's definitely based on that. Keke Palmer plays that character archetype. She's not playing Ray, who he played. She is her own character, but her and her husband in that show, they kill it. And the whole cast is great.
Okay.
Grandizer, you'll be able to find those. They're called Backpacking. And also you may find some on Sturd-O-Vision, the Sturd-O-Vision playlist. You may find some on there too, because we did a few. We did one. I just looked at the video earlier. I didn't watch it, but it was Mutant Girl Squad, a wild Asian movie, wild with the weapons and stuff. But so definitely go check that out. And I said this before, and I'm gonna say this again. And I'm gonna say this again once we get to the foreign films and all that. But watch more foreign films. Any genre, whatever your favorite genre of film is, watch that genre of a foreign film. If it's action, horror, whatever it is, check it out, and I think you'll have a good time with it. I really, really, really do. A good genre. Make sure it's a good movie, has good rate, whatever it is that checks off all your boxes for it to be considered a good movie for you to check it out. Do that. Just trust me and do that, because I was one of those before to where it was I hated reading subtitles. But once I started getting into this podcasting so much, once I really started getting into it and started watching foreign films, and you couldn't find the dubbed version, I just fell in love with the subtitles, and I'm just like, this just feels right. This just feels right. And now I'm like, I won't say mad, but I'm not as into a film when it's dubbed as I would be with subtitles. So yeah, just try it out more. Try it out. Give it a few more tries. Don't give it one more try. Give it 4 more tries. But in the genre that you like. Yeah,
25 times. Give it 25.
because you can give it one time. You may just hate it because you didn't vibe with the movie or like the movie. So sometimes give it a few more tries. Give it 4 more tries. 4 chances. If it doesn't work, then hey, you tried.
I mean, they do it differently too, and it's like there's some elements I wish Hollywood used, but they hold back. Like some fucking countries, like Korea or Japan, they go fucking all out on their horror movies, and they're intense and fucking violent and shit.
And on top of that, James, not for nothing, the stories are good.
Yeah,
so it's not even like they'll do everything for those. And this isn't every single movie, but for the way James is talking with the gore and all that, for those that are into the gore is up there crazy, but then so is the story. So you're just like, okay, so the gore goes with the story. It's telling a story, and it goes with the story being told versus just gore to be gore, which doesn't get me mad, but I don't want it as much as I want a good story like I used to.
Most of the stuff I watch these days are foreign.
Mm-hmm. I know I'm
even watching foreign TV shows.
Like, yeah, when you were telling me you're watching like foreign dramas and stuff, I'm like, this motherfucker would not watch anything like this in English. He'd be pissed off and annoyed with everybody.
I just finished a fucking Japanese drama called Mysterious. Wait, what's the word?
Mischievous?
Yeah.
Mischievous?
Yeah, Kiss, Love in Tokyo or something like that. It's a comedy drama, and I fucking got hooked into it. And I just finished it today, so I'm like, Jesus Christ. So I'm now the first thing I do, I'm looking for a new one from
That's awesome though.
A foreign. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. You know what wasn't awesome? The Mortuary Assistant. Unfortunately. Hopefully the game is, but the movie definitely was not. But speaking of movies, let's spin this wheel so we can get out of here.
Yeah, get out.
All right, look at that. And let's see what we get for next week.
Uh-oh. Tick, 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 tick.
You're gonna be excited about this one, James. Don't even worry. Do not even worry, James. You're going to love this movie, Fate Theory.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Slowing down.
We got
Beast of what? Omaha?
A shark movie.
Civil War. Beast of War. Beast of War.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
on Shudder.
Awesome.
So we'll be watching next week. Beast of War over on
Is that
Shudder.
that new shark movie that just came out? Everybody's talking about. They're like it's like compared to Jaws.
I don't think that one is it.
Oh, you mean Killer Whale?
No,
or Thrash.
It's a newer movie. I think.
Killer Whale just came out 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Oh, it did. You're right. I don't know. I don't think it's that one.
Oh, it is a survival film against a great white.
Okay.
Yeah. It's got an okay rating on IMDb. Better than I thought.
Better than this movie.
Oh, by far better. Yes. Yeah.
We'll see, but I hope so. I fucking hope so.
It's like War and Sharks.
There you go.
All right.
Yep.
That's what we're gonna be dealing with next week is War and Sharks, people. War and Sharks. But we are gonna get out of here. No, not Shark Tank. This is all out in the ocean and shit. War and Sharks. But we're gonna get on out of here, people, though. So make sure you guys go check out Fade Theory. Make sure you guys go check out Worst Damn Gamer Ever. Make sure you guys check out The Scene Snobs. Make sure you guys check out Ambassador Media. Make sure you guys are here this Saturday for Popcorn and Pints, where we are going through 3 of those Carrie films. So be there. Yeah, you know the whole Stephen King thing we're doing. It's back this Saturday, and then be back here next Thursday. Be back here next Thursday where we review Beast of War. Hopefully it's a good time. The episode will be a good time. Hopefully the movie's a good time. But we'll find out next week. With that being said, I'll see you in your nightmares. Mortuary Assistant is not worth the late fees. Peace.